Today we're headed to Mount Rainier from the Mount St. Helens area, and it looks like it's about a 2-hour drive. We're going to stay at a campground called Alder Lake, which we've never been to before.
Yeah, we're going to spend 2 days there, or 2 nights. It is one of the lakes around that area by Mount Rainier.
We were going to stay at the park itself, but it wasn't open.
Hall Road towards Zephyr Drive.
Campground wasn't open.
So here we go. It's a nice rainy day.
Yeah, first day of rain in a long time for us.
Yeah, we haven't seen rain. It's not like pouring; it's just a mist.
We're at the Longmire Museum here in Rainier.
So this started back up so you can see it. It actually started to grow in 1293, and then it shows all the rings, and then it was cut down in 1965.
Or
63, excuse me. But right here it says 1350, a little ice age begins, causing Mount Rainier glaciers to advance. There's 1500, 500 population, the world population.
Look at 1800 here.
1800, a 57-year eruption period begins at Mount St. Helens, and then 1820 to 1854 a minor eruption at Mount Rainier, and then 1850 they had another little ice age actually ended. Here's where this ring here is 1861, where the Civil War began.
We get close up with the rings.
Yeah.
You can see them, see the rings.
1880 was another minor eruption at Mount Baker, Washington. And then 1894 they had another minor eruption at Mount Rainier. Oh look, here's where the ring was for 1914 to 1917 with the major eruption at the Lawson
Peak, yeah.
which we were at. So that's kind of cool. You can see all the different eruptions. It's a little museum, but just that big log there is worth it, just showing timelines of dates from California clear to here.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good.
Any questions or just looking for a stamp?
A stamp.
Nice.
Do you have any questions? Where did it go?
Passport.
Yeah.
So the museum's closed, but the visitor center is open still? Yeah.
Visitor centers are closed.
They're closed too?
Yeah.
Okay.
The museum, there should be somebody like through
There's-
a window.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Not quite the same.
Multitasking here,
Yeah.
and which is
Always got to keep busy.
something I don't do well at all.
Me neither.
I don't do single tasking well.
Yeah. One thing at a time, you do it right, you know?
Yeah.
We weren't going to get anything, and we ended up with 2 t-shirts. Guy in there said that there's going to be record-breaking.
Temps in a couple of days.
Yeah, and we just got an alert for the entire Roosevelt area, which is in the northeastern part of the state of Washington, has a fire burn. So,
Could be right.
banned. A fire burn ban. So it must be going to get really warm. I wondered why when I looked at the temperatures for Olympia, it's like in the 80s and 90s. And it's like, no, it's a rainforest. And it's right on the ocean. So, no, that's not normal. It's kind of high. Temps are there. But we decided just to go in here and eat. So, how was your dinner?
Mine was good, but we're out of bread. So we need to make a Walmart run. And some I had a half a sandwich, and now I'm having some wheat thins with cheese dip, homemade cheese dip Michelle makes. It's good.
He calls it pimento cheese dip because it has pimentos in it. What is this town called?
LB.
LB? Oh, look, they got an ice cream shop too, Jim.
This says it's a National Historic Site at LB Church.
Yeah, and then they have this oboe. Not this. This is a like pizza store, pizza shop. Mount Rainier Railroad Dining Company. But right here, we thought this was cool. It's a hobo inn. You can rent a room in a caboose. What's the signs that you keep reading?
Volcano evacuation route.
It is an active volcano. So we are headed back to the campground. We're still a little early, so we're kind of like taking it easy, hoping that we can get in just a tad bit early. So there's multiple sites of entryways into Mount Rainier. So you have the south entrance, which is what we went in, and then from that you can go to the southeast side or the southwest side, and then there's another entrance on up north of that.
I'm gonna hit the road to see what I can see. I'm gonna hit the road to be what I can be. I'm so tired of looking at this wall. I'm breaking free. I'm gonna do my thing. Baby, won't you come with me? I'm gonna do my thing.
Alder Lake
Yeah.
State Park, Washington State Park. There's nobody at the gatehouse, so
78, right?
yeah, we're in 78. Horseshoe pit straight ahead.
Where's the campground host?
That one's 49. That's one way to go. Take a U-Haul trailer and put all your tent stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 68 is that way, so we must go straight. But it's pretty nice. The lot is a little unlevel, so we had to raise the one side, but it is paved, so it's really easy to level it. So that wasn't a problem at all. The hardest part of the whole deal was when I backed in perfectly straight. That wasn't an issue. I needed to move over a little bit, and our neighbor, who has a boat trailer hooked up to his truck
And a trailer.
in his lot, decided to sit there and watch us instead of moving his truck. If he had just moved his truck 2 inches,
Back, yeah.
not even a foot, 2 inches, maybe a half a foot, I could have got in with easy. But the way it was, I had to wiggle and wiggle and wiggle to get it over enough from the angle. So we're gonna go down here real quick and look at the bathhouse and stuff.
Shower house report. Clean. It takes 2 quarters to run the shower.
There's a whole little beach area. Looks like people have their little tents up. The kids look like they're having a good time. Swimming, I'm sure the water's cold, but they got their little floaties, a couple little beach tents set up. A little playground area that looks really nice. Got restroom, bathhouse. So that's really nice. There's some kayaks that the kids are taking out. It's a really nice little beach area. And there's no charge for the campers to come down and use it either. But if you just wanted to come here for a day, I don't know what the daily charge is, but current area over here that you can go park and take your picnic down to. So there's a bike path too that you can ride from the campground. Well, at least this part, not maybe from the campground, but so there is a little bike path or a walking path. There's the beach. Looks like they got a log in there that they're floating on. Oh, look, they have sand. Pets are not allowed on the beach. Jim's gonna go see how cold it is. There's a little bench. It really isn't that as bad as we thought it would be. Just a cold swimming pool. I thought it would be ice cold from the mountain water. And then here's a picnic area. Yep. So this is just right across from the campground. It's the day use area. But you can walk down to it from the camper. It's not very far at all. You can ride your bike or you can drive your car. So here's the playground that we showed you earlier. It looks like a boat trailer parkade.
Yeah.
There's a trash can, a dog doo-doo bag. And here are the horseshoe pits. Right there.
Kind of a strange place.
But they got a bench that you can sit.
Yeah, it is in the shade,
And
which
it's in the shade.
I like.
Yep, you're right. It's pretty nice, actually.
Dirt trail over there, it says.
Yeah, it says nature trail.
I'm not sure what this is parking for. That'd be a long way to go for the dock.
Show you where the boat ramp is. The boat ramp is actually before you enter the park. Both the campground or the day use. So here is the boat ramp. Like I said, it's before you get to the gate. And it's handicap accessible. And then there's two ramps. And a really nice dock. So go ahead and say what you just noticed.
So we just noticed they were working on a spreading rock today. We didn't know why, but they have an extra parking lot for the boat ramp just above the boat ramp. We don't go up to it and see it or anything, but we saw a parking lot, and there's a path now that's rocked over that heads to the boat ramp.
Yeah.
Well, that costs $8 for a bundle of wood, but it's 2 bundles
Oh, okay, cool.
of the stuff that we bought. He has those Lippert solid steps.
Mm-hmm.
He likes it.
So, is there normally a wood band here? A fire band?
This starts on Friday.
Oh, really? The fire band. Right here, as you're leaving, there's the dump.
And up here is the pot.
And then up here is the potable water.
We don't use that potable. We never drink water
Out of the camper.
out of the camper.
No,
We
we
don't
don't.
even like to use shower. If they're in a mixed use thing like that, where you have the dump and the potable water together, we try to stay away from that if we
Yeah.
can.
It says there is a $5 fee for dumping when each one of your campsites though has a dump. So
Right.
it's not for people that are camping here. There's the guardhouse
You're supposed to use the envelopes in the pay booth.
in the pay booth, but we already paid. We paid in advance. Oh, maybe that's what you're supposed to use if you use the dump. It's an honor system.
It's a dump. $5. The campground we're staying at is a Tacoma Power power company park.
So it's not a state park.
There's
I
several
mistakenly
of them.
spoke of that.
We've seen several Tacoma Power parks on the road.
And they're nicer than the Ohio state parks that
yes.
we've been at too. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Which I think is kind of neat.
yeah, I think so too. They had a nice swimming area, and the one up here that we passed, there's just a beach that they run that was real nice.
Yeah.
So today is Thursday, and there is a guard here. Yeah, we would definitely, if we ever came over this way again, stay here.
Yes, it's
Hey.
a nice campground.
Definitely worth it.
But Michelle's done a great job picking them this trip for sure.
And we're gonna take the road out to Paradise because we only have about 145 miles worth of gas. And of course, there are no gas stations inside the national park. So people get out here and walk on the snow. If you're from Ohio, that's not even exciting. This is,
Stay away from snow.
yeah, you'd try to avoid snow. if possible. So this is the visitor center,
The water is running
the
down.
Paradise Visitor Center. It's not open yet, but it's not because of snow melt that it's not open. They actually had to put a sign that says no sledding. You see that?
Yeah.
So it's a place where you can go walk on the snow. Look at them hiking up.
According to the ranger, this is a very dangerous time to be here at Mount Rainier.
Very late June, very early July.
And that's because of it's so unstable right now. There's a lot of water runoff from the snow and makes the whole ground unstable. So she just suggested some other trails, not in this area, to do.
Right, because Paradise is known for there's 2 or 3 famous trails, or highly sought after trails, but right now it's very unstable. That's cool. There's some runoff. I don't know what the name of the town is. We'll figure it out here in a second.
Anyway, some little hardware store here, and they actually have a Camco RV pressure regulator, which gets mixed reviews. It works okay. It's not going to last forever.
So why do we need a pressure regulator?
Because the
Ours
first
broke.
stop we stopped at, the first stop place we stopped at on the trip up north here, the water pressure, we had a water regulator, but the pressure, I guess, was so low, we tried to take a shower, we couldn't take a shower. There was just no water pressure. So we took the pressure regulator off and it worked fine. We had no leaks anywhere in the camper with it on or off there. We came to the next stop, which was the
Silver
Cove RV resort. We decided let's just leave that regulator off because it obviously wasn't working, so we thought. And everything leaked. The water under the sink leaked, the toilet valve leaked, and the pressure was high, you could tell.
It was too high.
It was too high. So we decided, well, we have this regulator we bought, I think at Walmart.
3 years ago.
3 years ago. And I guess they're susceptible to getting grit in them, sand and things, and they basically ruins them. You can't back flush them. So we came to this little hardware store. It's Arrow Lumber and Hardware. And we're still not sure of the name of the town.
We'll put it on. Well, I'll put it below.
But they actually had a Camco brand, which gets mixed reviews. Some people say it works, some people say it doesn't work.
Yeah, well, our other one worked great until it got sand in it.
Yeah. So I got one of those. I got some washers that have the screen. So washers that have the screen.
Because ours...
We think maybe just got sand in it, because we have pulled sand out of our water.
For the water.
And I found some TFE paste. It's basically pipe thread compound that you can use on plastic pipe, any pipe really, but it'll work on plastic for sure. And this it's kind of like white tape you use, helps seal the joint.
I didn't have a problem when I took a shower.
Yeah, because I went out and I took the regulator off.
Oh, well that makes
and
sense.
Put the water back on and it worked fine.
I didn't know you did that. I was like, why did you take it off? Because it didn't have a lot of pressure, but I still got water. I was like, oh, I'm not going to argue with you, but if you say it didn't have enough.
Yeah, and then the next place we both.
Oh, yeah. The next place was like, we got a problem here.
Yeah, it was leaking, basically coming out everywhere.
Yeah. And the name of the town is?
Eatonville.
Yeah.
And we found it out by looking at the elks. Was it elks?
Yeah, it was the Elks.
Yeah. They actually had it written on their sign.
Yeah.
The stuff we got in California that's really, really dry. And then 2 pieces of the...
What?
It is wetter. Even though I picked a bottom bundle,
Yeah.
you know.
But you lit it with our fire starter?
Yeah.
It just ignited just like that.
Yeah.
We still have all this plywood that we can use as dry too. From all of our crafty work that you've been doing in the camper. There you go. Now you can start cooking. So I have our canary melon that we had and my broccoli salad. And then we're gonna have brats. And then tomorrow night we'll probably have leftovers or maybe some pizza at the hobo place. This is pretty convenient that the burn ban doesn't start till Friday when the heat wave comes. But yeah, if we were to step back and go through those trees, Mount Rainier is right over there. So we are in the evacuation area if it were to go off. So that one might be a little dirty. -1. I'll cook my own. I'll get my own stick and get it. Okay, he's cooking his, because his one is a little dirty. The other one's bit the dust that's going to stay underneath there. Well, it's not going to stay underneath there. We're going to pick it up and throw it in the garbage can. We're not eating that one.
Not quite dark, but and we have a light on, of course, on our camper. But you can see, there it goes off. The rock lights, how they light up underneath the camper. And what I like about them, they're not glaring to, like, if you had neighbors here, it wouldn't bother your neighbors. And the idea is to keep animals from wanting to go underneath there and burrow either their way in or burrow and eat our wiring. So we're on the Couts Creek. It's like a viewing area, I think, more than anything. They call it a nature trail. Couts Creek Nature Trail.
We've got this cycle treks.
Yeah. So far it's paved.
It's not paved, it's treks.
Oh, Japanese students built this. That's kind of cool. Waseda University.
Made from recyclable plastic bottles.
I'll be darned. That's nice. And there's several trails you can take here. Somebody missing.
So this is where the mud flow was.
Oh, that's right. There was a mud flow here. You see the creek down there. Hopefully. Carter Falls Trail. And these are the trails here at this trailhead. And the trail. You see people out walking around. Stair steps down. Now we're kind of down to the more of the trail here. This is what it's like, I guess. Like we said, we're here during the middle of June, I guess, towards the end of June. And there's a lot of water runoff right now. That's why the creek here looks so silty. Because it is silty. Well, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully this comes out in the camera, but look at the twisting of this tree. How it grew. You can see the twisting of the wood. It's like a woodworker's nightmare right there. It twists all the way up. It's pretty neat. But here's what the hike looks like. It's a pretty hike. It's a few hills here and there. Nothing really major. And it's easy to keep traction. Big tree going across them.
Yeah, it's really going up with the rock.
Yeah.
See where it's going around the rock?
Yep.
Even though it has a lot of
Lot.
They
Just
break.
more of the trail here. You see it's kind of rocky, but it's a fun one. It's not bad. This looks like to be Carter Falls, we hope anyway. Beautiful. It's a neat picture through the woods. And it's like to be the destination here, Carter Falls. Another view of Carter Falls. I think it's neat how some of these trees have just grown around a boulder like that. The tree just grew right around it. Finished eating at the Pizza Express. Yeah, Pizza Express here in Elby, Washington. It was really good pizza. The owner's from New Jersey, and it did taste like New Jersey pizza. And the pepperoni was really good. He actually had Barnum and Bailey crackers, which I haven't seen in ages. So kind of a neat thing.
So hope you liked the Alder Lake Campground review that we have done. So if you have, please give us a thumbs up.
Subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button. The thumbs up actually does something to the algorithms, which gives us more viewers. And the more viewers, the more people can see our videos. So we like making the videos. And please give us comments. We love talking to you.
When we're not on vacation.
Yeah, no, that's... Jim, why would you say that? We answer
Because
more...
we have no service. We can't
Oh,
answer.
well, yeah, today. I was going to say, that sounded like we don't like... When we're on vacation, we don't want to be bugged.
No, we have no service. We can't get anything here.
That's not true because, yeah, that part is true, but we like answering the questions even when we're on vacation. It's just, unfortunately, there's places that we go that has no reception.
Service.
And that would be today. But when we stopped at the pizza shop, I had reception, and that was the first thing I did. I went out and I checked to make sure there was no comments. So even while we're on vacation, we love to answer.
We checked anyway.
Yeah. I mean, don't you enjoy answering the questions and seeing what people are thinking and You know, some of the comments are helpful. Some of them are kind of funny. So we like to have those comments. So thanks again for watching.